What I want to do today is make up a new bracket for this oil cooler. Now, if you remember, that was just bolted onto there when it was built, or when the conversion was done, and over the years that's just vibrated and it snapped the ear off on the oil cooler. I could have turned it upside down, turned the oil cooler upside down and bolted on using the ear at the other end, but that's broken off too. So this is obviously a recurring theme with these. So what I've decided to do, I've got a new oil cooler in a box here. I think I've shown this already. Not quite the same size and shape, but it is the same area, cooling surface. So rather than just stick it onto that ear and wait for it to wear up and vibrate and drop off again, what I've decided to do is to make a proper little bracket to hold the whole thing together so that it will last a little bit longer. That's probably lasted 25 years, so yeah, I could easily do it, but what's the point? Let's just do the job properly and then we can forget about it. Might even be able to make it look nice. I'll see if I've got some silver mist paint. I think I have. If not, I'll have to make do with flint grey and hope nobody notices. Anyway, let's start getting stuff measured up and see where it takes us. So here's what we're going to do. Got a little piece of angle here. What's that? About 3/4 by 3/4 by an 1/8, something like that. A bit of 1/8 of an inch flat bar. So I will make up a little support for the bottom out of 2 lengths of this angle and a couple of short bits of this bar. Get some long 6mm bolts, that long, that I can weld onto the support at the bottom and bring up to the top. A couple of little plates on the top, springs, and then nuts to hold it all secure, and then a couple of bits of this old baler belt for it to sit on to absorb a little bit more of the shocks. There you go. That ought to do the job, and keep it lasting, keep it going for a little bit more than 20 years, I hope. It's always handy having a few of these bits of baler belt around. This one's actually off a Greenland 167, I think it was, RV 167, which is actually a lovely baler, but a bit dated nowadays. Anyway, got plenty of this, so let's get working. Cut the bits of angle out and those 2 little pieces of flat stock there, how I want them. So that's all lined up, all measured up nicely. Nice smooth ends. So let's get the electric kettle 2000 out and see if we can snot that together. Right, I've got the old Snotinator 2000 fired up. Well, actually it's only a Snotinator 150, but handy little things, these little inverters. And before anyone tells me I should get a proper welder, I have got a proper welder, I just want to use this one. You see, I have got a proper welder. There you go. A grinder and paint make me the welder I ain't. Anyway, let's get that cleaned up and drilled out for the next phase. There you go. I'm sure I've done it wrong, but too bad. Right, that's how that is going to sit. So let's get it drilled out so we can get those threaded through. Why can I never find a decent centre punch? Every time I buy one, it's gone within days. Right, I have put the bolts through. Just put it together so I can tack those on, get them in the right place. Then I'll take the cooler off and weld them on properly. Okay, let's let that cool for a minute. Then I'll start to measure up the rubber and just cut those two little bits of plate for the top, drill them out so we can put the rubber on top and make up the plates where it's going to bolt on underneath.